Awesome. Well, thanks for taking the time to meet with us today. As you know, I'm Tiffany with the Bonita Chamber. We are recording this and we're going to be posting it on our websites and our social media. We are the Southwest Florida Alliance of Chambers, and we represent 8 chambers of commerce, 6,000 businesses, and over 300,000 residents and constituents. Before we get started, we'll go around and introduce ourselves. And just so you know, we're doing all of these interviews with all of the candidates, and we are asking all of the candidates the same questions in the same order. So again, thanks for being here with us.
No problem, Tiffany.
We'll go ahead and do introductions. We'll Colleen, Donna, Jenna, Jackie, then Dave.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Colleen DePasquale. I'm with the Greater Fort Myers Chamber of Commerce, and thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Colleen.
Good morning. My name is Donna Germain. I'm the President and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce of Cape Coral. Thank you for being with us.
Well, Donna.
Hi, I'm Jenna Pizzacco Forrester. I'm the Director of Government Relations at the Greater Naples Chamber.
Hey, good morning. It's Jackie, Fort Myers Beach Chamber. How you doing?
Pretty good, Jackie. How you doing?
Good, good.
Good morning. My name is David Miller. I'm with the Chamber of Southwest Florida. Morning.
And we had Chris join us as well. Chris is, I think, working on getting his video up and running, but Chris Lopez is with, he's been a great resource partner for us in the Alliance, and he's a member of, I think, all of our chambers. So, so we'll go ahead and get started. And Adam, if you can just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so starting about what we've done here at Baywater. I was born and raised here in Bonita Springs. My family and I, we started this business in '04, the rental side of it. And then in the boat club, we started in '06. We started with just a couple boats. We used to travel around quite a bit. We used to do food and beverage with NASCAR all over the country. So we've been a lot of places. So I know how good this place is. So we started this. We started with just 2 boats in our rental. We went to 16 in about 6 months. My family, we kind of attack everything that we do. My dad, like I said before, he rivals the Amish with work ethic, so he don't stop. None of us do. So then we opened the boat club in '06. In '06, we started with 1 boat. Now we're close to, well, we got 42 boats now in our fleet of the club, and we've got just over 400 members on our boat club. So this last month has been very good for the boat business. A lot of people are getting out on the water and having fun. So this past month has been great. We're almost seeing numbers like we see during season. So that is refreshing. The last couple of years, it's been pretty rough on us, and we can attribute that most likely to water quality. A lot of people come down, they're pretty worried about joining a club or purchasing a boat because water quality was an issue, and hence that's why I'm running. But we've been pretty lucky. Born and raised here. My family's been in the area since the 50s. I've seen you at a lot of chamber events, most of you. And, you know, I'm involved in Rotary and everything else along those ways. Big reason why I'm running was I wasn't able to serve. So this is my one opportunity to serve my state. So it is one interesting thing because I was always on the road with the family business. So I've been working since I was about 14. So a little bit different upbringing than most, but out here knocking on doors, and knocked on about 6,500 doors myself personally. So I've seen a lot of you at your houses, so I know where everybody lives now. So it's a little bit different. So, but yeah, anything else there? I'm sorry, is there volume going? I can't hear anything else.
No, you're great.
Okay, sorry.
So you touched on it a little bit, but if you'd like to elaborate, what prompted you to run for office?
Well, the main thing is I was appointed by Rick Scott. His chief of staff was in our boat club. Is in our boat club a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago. And he came to me one day and said, "Hey, Adam, you know, you do a lot in the community. Would you like to be appointed by the governor?" I'm like, absolutely. Why not? Sure. You know, pick me. So I was appointed to the Boating Advisory Council for the state of Florida. So we meet twice a year, make recommendations to the legislature for new boating laws. Went to Tallahassee and met a few people, and came back down, and with the water quality with the business, it was really affecting us. Like my dad, my brother, and I were in DC, and we're at Mount Vernon, Washington's house, and we're talking to the tour guide. And he says, "Well, where are you from?" I go, "Oh, we're from Southwest Florida." He goes, "Oh, it's like apocalyptic down there." You know, so it was, well, it's not that bad, but when you have dead dolphins on the front of the Washington Post, that makes it a little tough on your business, as you guys well know. So came back, and I seen that Ray's done a great job for our area. And I seen that he was termed out, and I seen who was running, and I just wasn't impressed. So I decided to throw my hat in the ring, just went for it. And we had a little get together last August. We had about 200 people at Coconut Jack's right down the road. And now we're running, so lots of door knocking and raising money. So out here, like I said, I feel compelled to serve my town. This is my opportunity to do it. And now you get out and you talk to the people in the community, and it's a great community that we live in. So,
Thank you. What makes you qualified to represent the business community?
well, as a small conservative businessman on the water, I know that deregulation is a big thing. It took us, we expanded our marina, and it took us about 1.5 years just to get through the permitting process to put docks in at our marina. And that is crazy. I mean, it's insane when it takes that long. If you have a small mom and pop shop like myself here, and you have, you put a big investment into this property, and we're sitting on our hands for 1.5 years. If it was anybody else, if we didn't own the land, I don't know how you could survive. So as a small business owner, in Southwest Florida, I understand what needs to be done, and just common sense, conservative values makes a big thing. As far as deregulation and just talking to other people in the community, as like I said, I've been a member of Rotary and Bonita here since I was 22. So we're talking 12, 14 years now. So I think I was youngest by 30 years when I was in there. But I've got to, kind of come up with a consensus of what's going on here in Bonita and in Southwest Florida. And you see what happens. Like I say, Ray's done a great job. He's done a great job for our community. And I just want to keep that going, keep carrying that torch on.
Great, thank you. In your opinion, what's the most pressing issue facing the Southwest Florida business community? And if elected, what would you do to address this issue?
Well, the most pressing issue right now, I believe, is water quality. That is a huge thing, because that stems tourism, that stems home value, that stems everything. You talk to people, like I was in San Carlos Park this past week, only had 2 guns pulled on me, so it wasn't too bad. But you talk to them about water quality, like, well, I don't live on the water. Well, everybody lives on the water in Southwest Florida. If you live in Southwest Florida, you live on the water. So that's where everything starts. And I want to keep the CERP plan going. I want to get the EA done as quick as we can to move that water south. And the thing is we have to work together. We got to stop pointing fingers and just saying, well, it's that big bad person in Clewiston. We've got to work with the Kissimmee River Basin. We got to work with Department of Ag. We got to work with homeowners along the Caloosahatchee River. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do. We just got to quit pointing fingers and let's get it done.
Great. And you touched on this a little bit, but Southwest Florida's economy, as you know, is very much based on leisure and hospitality sectors. If elected, what would you do to encourage economic diversification in the region?
Well, we definitely need to work on, our STEM program, and, really get involved where we can diversify, because we rely solely on tourism. But if we can get out there and actually get some jobs that, bring it here. I mean, how long have we been trying to get, factories here in Southwest Florida? It's tough. Look at Hertz, look at other things. It's tough to get the thing here. So every job here is really tourism based. Everybody's job here is tourism based. So we really have to focus on that. Then we can work on other stuff at that time.
Great. So a little bit more about water quality. This group was formed in 2018 after the water crisis, and it is our #1 priority.
I remember.
So if elected, what specific projects would you advocate for to improve and protect Southwest Florida's water quality?
The EAA is a big thing, and our governor's doing a great job. He's kept his foot on the gas. I mean, he was right here at he parked at our marina when he went over to Investor's Field Station right next door here. And I know Mike Parsons real well. He's a good friend with the Blue Green Algae Task Force. So we really have to focus on the EAA, moving the water south. But there's a couple other things like I've touched on before, working with the Department of Ag, working with, other people in the community. Like, again, stop the finger pointing and just work with people and get this done. This is not going to happen overnight. This is, even when I win this, and I'm there, if I get reelected 8 years, it's still going to be a problem. We've been messing it up since the 20s. Now we're in 2020. It's going to take 30 years to fix this. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, well, I get elected, I'll be there. We'll get it done. Well, yeah, I'm going to keep my foot on the gas and keep the money coming down here to get that done. But it's going to take a little while.
Great. What specific actions do you think that lawmakers should take to improve and protect Southwest Florida's waterways?
Well, specific actions, the Senate bill that came through was pretty good. But unfortunately is funding for the EAA and then CERP plan, finally finished the CERP plan we've been talking about for 30 years. That would be the specific, funding is where everything is. The problem with Tallahassee is, we've been talking about this for a while now, and then next year another shiny penny comes along, then everybody's focused on that. I'm not running to be a politician. I'm not a politician. I'm running here to take care of Southwest Florida. That's why I'm running. So water quality is our main thing.
Thank you. So one last question. Is there anything else you'd like us to know about you or your priorities?
Dedicated is the easiest way I can put it to this. Like I said, I've knocked on over 6,500 doors myself. We're going to get this done. And, as far as a small, born and raised here in Southwest Florida, looking forward to serve you guys. Question is what do you guys want from Tallahassee as a representative?
If you are elected in November, I'm sure we will be meeting with you to tell you exactly what we're looking for.
Good answer.
All right, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. So
Thank you for taking the time to meet with us today, and we wish you all the luck in the fall.
thank you.
Thank you.
August. Make sure you guys vote. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys.